Hello everyone, wasssail here. As promised, I'm going to do the video on the solar panel where I show the naked redstone and I can explain to you how everything works out and what are the different components of the solar panel. So as you can see, this is the naked redstone of the panel. There's a few things around, but just pay attention about what's here. This is basically, as you can see, obviously the 7-segment displays, the 7 segments display in which the number of charges are displayed. And let me explain each component separately. Right here with the grass is the light sensor. I used the model from Etho's video. He has a tutorial on how to build such a light sensor, so I'm going to put a link to his video. Also, as you can see, there's a master switch if you want it to be off or on. I'm going to put it back on, and you'll see that when it turns back tonight and then once again to today, the counter will activate once again. So this little piece of the grass is the light sensor. The white wool here is the link to the clock that is right here. It's a 10-second clock. It's exactly 10 seconds. And the thing is that when it's the day, this will be on, so this pistons will be here, which will make the clock loop on itself, obviously. And when it's night, it'll just go back down, which will deactivate the clock. Then here we have 4 T flip-flops. It's a T flip-flop counter. What it does is it will allow me to have 4 different speeds to record the charges, so that you can have 4 different speeds. So there's here, this one is number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was on number 4 because it was the fastest. Number 4 records 1 charge every 20 seconds. Speed number 3 is every 40 seconds. This is every 80 seconds, and this is every 160 seconds. So if you make some kind of adventure map, it's actually very easy to make something like that, to record speed like this. And the thing is that every time the clock will send a pulse in here, it will activate this counter. And if it's on speed 4, the counter that has a value either of 0 or 1 will be activated 1 every 2 times. This one, the speed number 3, will be activated 1 every 4 times, this one 1 every 8, and this one 1 every 16. So this is why you can have different speeds of to record the charges. Then once the charge is recorded, as you can see here, is where the pulse is transmitted. It then goes here all the way on this orange thing. The reason why it has to go all the way here instead of going directly into this counter is because of the displays. Simply because this one has to be powered first, then this one, then this one. It's just the way it's displayed. And so as you can see, the impulse goes on this track to this first counter. It's actually pretty easy. It's just a machine with 10 different channels. The channels are either with a value of 0 or 1. And when it's a glass block, there's no when there's a glass block, there's no power, so it's a value of 0. And when there's one of the wool blocks, it's a value of 1. So each values are linked then to these big things. Let me go over so that I can show you. Each of these 3 are powering one of the displays, and they're connected separately to each of the counters. So as you can see, this one is activated, which goes here, and it's going to power, this one is number 5. So if I go right here, as you can see, it's number 5. This one is number 3, this one is number 2. And every time it goes back to 0, when this will go to 6, 7, 8, 9, and eventually 0, what it will do is that every time this goes to 0, it will send a pulse to this display so that it will change. So basically when this goes to 39 and then 40, this will go to 0 and this will go to 4. And same thing when this goes back to 0, we'll send a pulse here so that it adds 1. And when it goes to 999, it will reset back to 0, 0, 0. So that's basically all there is to it. It's once you know all the components and how to build them, it's actually pretty simple. It's just a bit long if you have to do the displays yourself and wire everything. That can be a bit annoying, but that's it. And also another thing, as I said before, is you can link these counters to another machine that would, instead of adding, that would subtract, and that is actually pretty easy. As you can see, when it adds, it will push this block of glass here, and then this piston here will push the block of glass here. So the block of glass that will be here will push here. Same thing here. The one that is right here, I'm not sure if you can actually see it in the corner, will be pushed down and then in the place of this block right here. So now I'll just put this glass block back. Okay. So one thing you could do is actually do the opposite. You just would have to, instead of pushing this and here, you would have to do the opposite. This would have to be pushed here and this would have to be pushed this way. So that if it rotates the other way, then it would subtract, simply because the wool blocks, instead of traveling towards the next block, so for instance from 3 to 4, would travel from 3 to 2 and then back to 1. And if you choose to subtract, you could add some kind of mechanism so that each time you go to 0, instead of adding 1, it would subtract 1, and then once it reaches 0, 0, 0, it would simply stop subtracting because there's no more charges left. I haven't built it yet, but it would be possible. So what you could do, basically, as you can see right now, I have 235 charges, but what you could do is make it so that all these charges are used up to power up something, and you need to recharge it during the day, or it could be automatic, and that could actually be pretty neat for a mini game or some kind of adventure map. So that's it, guys. That concludes this video where I show all the different components there is for this solar panel. I'm going to put a link to the download of the map, and the download will actually be for the map where there's the actual solar panel in my first video, so not the naked redstone. And also I'll link a schematic where I have only the redstone this time, and so that you guys can download it and use it if you want in your world. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. Goodbye.